Alrighty, we're here today. This is February the 7th. It's going to be a beautiful winter day. It's going to be probably the mid-40s. My wife and I first started coming to rugby back in the 70s, early 80s, and this is the way we went to rugby. We went down a curvy road off the main road and went across this bridge and wound around back up to the top. Nowadays, folks that go across a bridge and never even know this was here, so sort of date yourself and you start coming back to some of these places and it's so remarkably different. There's a trail just across the bridge here that winds around the old roadbed and comes out at the old famous grocery store at the top. We'll just go across and look and give you an idea of the bridge that you're crossing now. Now that is the bridge that I've zoomed in on it, that you can see that you cross, and it's way up there. Again, I don't think when people cross it nowadays they know how high up off the ground they are. But old bridge, new bridge. Well, I must say it's a heck of a lot easier to get to rugby now. Alrighty, we're going into town and we'll hike a few little trails around the rugby area. Gives you a little bit of idea as to how high the new bridge is. Years ago we would go whitewater rafting on the Gauley River in West Virginia. We crossed what's called the New River Bridge. Never knew how high it was till one day we had some time to burn and got out and looked at the bridge, and bad mistake, because every year after that, every time I cross that bridge I would just get really nervous because I don't like heights. It's supposed to be the place to put the river access, but back in the spring you can see the trash. We had just massive floods through here and everything got washed out. Going to start a trail, White Oak Trail. There's a little spur down here to the river we're going to take. Lovely, lovely place. Lots of hemlocks, bluffs. Very, very scenic. I've never been on the White Oak. It follows along, of course, the White Oak River. White Oak runs into the Clear Fork, becomes part of the South Fork, which later in Oneida at the confluence becomes part of the Big South Fork. Nothing more soothing, it seems like, than the sound of water. Love the color of the creeks in this East Tennessee in the wintertime. They're just a beautiful green color to them. It's very scenic. Remnants probably of an old home place just right here on this level. Very pretty. Most everyone's aware now of the Hemlock Blight, and here, Big South Fork, other places, you'll see a painted dot at the base of the trees. That means that someone has treated the tree for the blight and hopefully stops the spread. Just a brief description. Looks like it's a little over a mile long. We'll just loop around the white oak flat. Follows the creek for most of the hike. We'll cross a couple of roads in Rugby. Looks like a trail you don't want to do when it's wet. A lot of standing water. That's okay. Got little walk-arounds. Not found a lot about the trail. What information I got came out of the app, All's Trails, but thought it'd be good just to check her out. No doubt we're walking down the remnants of a really old road from a long time ago. We started coming to Rugby 30 plus years ago or more. most people are aware of the history, and I've made some other videos of trips up here. Just recently though, started hiking some of the trails around here. Got some earlier stuff about the Massengill home place and meeting of the waters. So you can do more than just see history and old buildings up here. There's several good trails to keep you busy all day. Won't even begin to speculate why there is a hose running all the way up a hill and around the path. Initial thoughts are someone's getting water out of the creek. Very interesting. Been here a while. Never seen that before. Alrighty, mystery's been solved. Nothing to do with the water whatsoever. Coming down to an old gas well. So up the top somewhere is a pump pumping the natural gas out. I thought if it was water, it was a much more direct route, but worth walking just to see where it went. We're going to walk another 10-15 minutes. This is not, well, other than the mystery hose, this has not been a very dramatic trail. Most of the good scenery is right at the start where the get some shots of the river. We'll go just a little further and head back. Thank goodness I walked just a few more feet. This is just way too interesting. My hiking buddy Randy Neal's getting hammered at work, so we've not been able to hike much. But Randy, I think with a little effort, we can get this thing running. Wow. I knew we were down an old road, and I guess somebody just got so far, and it could have well been a home place on this flat up here. The great tradition of the East Tennessee is to, you never get rid of your vehicles, you just let them accumulate in your yard. Very nice. Wow. Stepping on parts. Very interesting, to say the least. We have come upon civilization. Looks like this is the first road, and I think I'm gonna come up to here and turn around and go back to the car. It is a hike. If you just want to walk in the woods, no doubt, try it out. You're not going to see anything spectacular, but be worth Be worth walking. Heck, the old car was worth the walk. Alrighty. Looks like a private drive. Trail back that way. Looks like you road walk quite a ways. Alrighty, I'm gonna try and go back. Got the river down below us. Alright, we're going to head back to the car. Got up to a road walk and headed over the hill just to get a shot of the river one last time. Again, just if you're up in Rugby and you've seen all the historical stuff and you want to basically get a good day of hiking in, try White Oak. Meeting of the Waters, definitely a must. And Gentleman's Swimming Hole. Very, very nice. We'll head back. Tree number 434. They got names for them up here. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later. Notice this on the way out. Lots of like claw marks in the trees, so small bear, no doubt. Of course, we're right on the very south tip of Big South, so doesn't surprise me, but something is sharpening its claws. Very interesting. Well, lesson in life is pay attention to what you're doing. Sometimes I walk too fast. This is car number 2. It's just a short distance from the first car, and I don't think we're going to get it back together. Must have been back in the early part of the century a place to dump your old junkers. Car number 2. That's probably the highlight of the trail, is the old cars at the end and the gas line that runs over the hill. Alrighty, we're going to get back to the car unless we see something else that I missed and head on for some more adventure somewhere. One last look. This is just a really nice shot right at the bend as you come in from the road. Again, you can't beat the color of the creeks and streams and rivers up here in the mountains, East Tennessee, in the wintertime. If you were to get a map out of Big South Fork and you look at that big, long, little skinny part that goes way down below Rugby, this is Brewster Bridge access. So we're at the very, very tip, southern tip of Big South Fork. Got a nice brand new sign. I've driven by the turnoff to Brewster Bridge dozens and dozens of times. I just never drove down here. But it's nice to know that I'm on the very tip end of the Big South Fork. Place to put the canoes, kayaks, whatever you're paddling. Never paddled through here. My friends say that it's really, really spectacular as far as scenery back towards Rugby. So we'll walk down to the end here. Yeah, this is really nice. A couple of creeks merging, I'm not quite sure. Really, really old pilings foundation for the original old bridge. But two creeks merging and heading towards Rugby. Very pretty, very peaceful. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Got out to Rugby and hiked a little trail that's always interests me. It's not a spectacular trail other than fascinating to see a couple old junk cars there. And on the way back, took a detour to here. This is really, really nice. I can see this being a pretty active place in the summertime. Across the way is a rope. So I'd say the locals come down here on a weekend and have a great time. Lots of little jump rocks. So again, want to see Rugby and see some scenery, do it the first of the week. Rugby's pretty dead except for the weekends. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to head back to the house and talk to you later.